On a January morning in 2017, a group of Tasmanian fishermen set out to sea in their small boat, as they had done for many years along the southeastern coast. The day was clear, the sea calm, and the weather promised a good catch, with no signs of anything unusual on the horizon. A couple of hours later, one fisherman spotted an unusual object floating in the water. To their astonishment, it was a large sea turtle, a rare sight in these waters. As they approached, they were shocked to see that the turtle's shell was completely covered in barnacles and other marine organisms. It appeared weak and exhausted, teetering on the brink of life and death. Recognizing the urgent need for help, the fishermen attempted to lift the turtle aboard, but it proved to be a daunting task due to its size and weight. For 3 hours they struggled, using nets and ropes to hoist the slippery creature from the water. At last, they succeeded, and the fishermen breathed a sigh of relief as the turtle was finally on board. The fishermen carefully examined the animal. It was a loggerhead turtle, a rare endangered species listed in the Red Book. Its shell was 35 inches long and it weighed about 220 pounds. The turtle's shell was completely covered with barnacles, mollusks, and algae. Some of them had deeply embedded themselves in the turtle's bone structure, causing the poor creature a lot of pain. The turtle was so weak that it did not resist the actions of the fishermen. It could not even move. The animal lay motionless and breathed heavily. The fishermen realized they needed to urgently take it ashore for help. They contacted the Marine Conservation Program in Hobart via radio. The organization's specialist responded immediately and promised to meet the fishermen on the shore. The boat headed to the nearest port at full speed, and the fishermen understood that they would likely end up with almost no catch that day. The crew constantly poured water over the turtle to prevent it from drying out. They were very worried about its condition and hoped that it would survive. 2 hours later, the boat docked, and a team of specialists from the Marine Conservation Program was already waiting on the pier. They immediately began examining the turtle. The veterinarians conducted a preliminary examination right on the pier. They measured the turtle's body temperature and took blood samples for analysis. The animal's condition was assessed as critical. The turtle was carefully placed in a special water container and taken to the nearest Marine Animal Rehabilitation Center, where a more thorough examination awaited. The first thing they did was take an X-ray of the turtle. The doctors feared that it might have swallowed plastic waste or fishing gear. Fortunately, the X-ray did not show any foreign objects in the animal's stomach. Then the veterinarians began removing the barnacles and other organisms from the turtle's shell. This was very painstaking work. Each barnacle had to be removed separately to avoid damaging the turtle's delicate skin. This exhausting process took several hours, and the doctors worked in shifts to avoid tiring the animal while trying to finish their work as quickly as possible. Gradually, the turtle was freed from numerous parasites. After the barnacles were removed, it became clear that they had caused the animal significant harm. Almost the entire shell was covered with wounds and sores. Some barnacles had penetrated deep into the bone tissue. The veterinarians treated all the wounds with antiseptics, then applied a special healing ointment to speed up the recovery of the damaged tissues. The turtle was put on a drip with a nutrient solution, as its body was severely depleted and needed replenishing with minerals and vitamins. The turtle spent several days under constant medical supervision. Its condition slowly but surely improved. The veterinarians were very pleased when it finally began showing signs of activity. The specialists developed a special diet for the turtle, feeding it small fish, squid, and shrimp. Gradually, the animal began eating on its own, and its appetite significantly improved. A week later, the turtle could already swim in a small pool. The doctors were pleased with the progress of its recovery and that they had managed to save the rare animal. Meanwhile, the specialists tried to understand how the turtle ended up so far from its usual habitat. Loggerhead turtles usually live in warmer waters off the coast of Queensland and Western Australia. The scientists suggested that the turtle might have followed the current in search of food and accidentally ended up in the cold waters of Tasmania. The low water temperature weakened its immune system and made it vulnerable to parasites, which immediately took advantage of its helpless state. A month later, the turtle's condition had significantly improved. The wounds on its shell had healed, and it had gained weight and strength. The doctors decided that it could soon be released back into the ocean. The specialists chose a suitable release site in the warm waters off the northern coast of Tasmania, where the currents would carry the turtle to more familiar habitats. Before releasing the turtle, they attached a special tag to it. This would allow the scientists to track its movements and gather data on its condition. The release day turned into a real celebration. Dozens of people gathered on the beach: rescuers, veterinarians, volunteers, and concerned citizens. Everyone wanted to see the turtle off on its new journey. The people carefully carried the animal to the shore and placed it at the water's edge. For a few seconds, it lay motionless on the sand as if getting used to its new surroundings. Then the turtle slowly crawled towards the water. When the first wave touched its flippers, it seemed to come alive. With a few strong strokes, the turtle plunged into the water and swam away. The people on the shore applauded and cheered. Many couldn't hold back their tears. Everyone understood that they had witnessed a miracle, the rescue of a rare animal from certain death. The specialists continued to monitor the turtle's movements using the tag. In the first few days, it stayed close to the shore, as if gathering strength before the long journey. A week later, the turtle headed north towards the Great Barrier Reef. The scientists were glad to see that the animal was confidently moving in the right direction, and that soon it would be home. This story of the rescue of a loggerhead turtle shows how important joint efforts are for the conservation of wildlife. Fishermen, veterinarians, scientists, and volunteers all contributed to the rescue of the rare animal. However, the problems that sea turtles face remain very serious. Ocean pollution with plastic waste poses a huge threat to these animals. Turtles often mistake floating plastic bags for jellyfish and swallow them. The plastic gets stuck in their stomachs, interfering with normal digestion and potentially leading to the animal's death. Another serious problem is parasites, such as sea barnacles and goose barnacles. They attach to the turtle's shell, forming large colonies. This prevents the turtles from swimming and can cause serious shell damage. In some cases, the colonies of parasites grow so large that they cover the turtle's eyes, depriving them of the ability to navigate in the water, making the animals easy prey for predators. Another significant threat to sea turtles is the destruction of their nesting sites. Many beaches that once served as egg-laying grounds are now occupied by hotels and other tourist developments, which deprive these animals of essential reproductive habitats. Additionally, poaching remains a serious issue, as sea turtle eggs are considered a delicacy in some countries, resulting in the widespread looting of nests. Climate change further impacts sea turtle populations, with rising water temperatures and sea levels altering their natural habitats. Despite these challenges, the rescue of the loggerhead turtle off the coast of Tasmania offers a glimmer of hope. It demonstrates that through collaborative efforts, we can help protect these remarkable creatures for future generations. Each rescued turtle represents a small victory in the larger battle for our planet's biodiversity, and everyone can play a role in this fight, whether by refusing plastic bags or participating in marine animal protection initiatives.